I don't have any questions because I'm going to print the PowerPoint and then play. Dave, create as many scenarios, and I found for myself, even though I've been comfortable, you can make a mistake. So pass it on to someone else. Like I plan to do some, I'll send it to Barb and then she can review it and tell me if I made any mistakes, or I'll send it to Dave. So I'm excited to plan 223.
All right. Anybody else? Comments? Yes, Mary Bowser.
Dave, I really appreciate this. Just seeing it planned out. Could you go back to one of the slides? Because I think we couldn't see below enough. It sort of got cut off in the as it's being projected. It wasn't the last slide of, well, you said congratulations, go forth in 23. It was the slide right before that. It seemed to not come across to us. There was a piece missing at the bottom.
Okay, that'll show up on the PDF. Would that work?
Okay.
So when you print out the PDF, you'll be able to see it?
I hope so, because it was below the window for the slide.
Yeah, it was a summary of that slide of what would happen.
Right, right.
Yeah, no problem. I'll take care of that, Mary.
Thank you.
Anything else? Yes, Madeline.
I just have a question and a comment. It's all on the 3 retail customers of the waterfall only, including the 18K. The $1,000 bonus is not for someone who would create any other way. You said there's another way of going gold. That's by sponsoring people that invest in what they want and whatever their background is. So all that volume is on top of this. So that's just asking for that clarification in case anyone else has that question.
Let me clarify this point because that's really important. So on doing the 18K club, it doesn't include, say, that you have to do powerhouses. What it says is you have to create 3 6,000 point legs.
Oh, that's a very important clarification because everything you're showing are just the waterfalls.
So there, again, there's a number of strategies going on here. The first strategy was getting somebody excited to join the business, and that's usually the powerhouse, so that they can get involved, they can go, and I'm going to say this, which is really important. 97% of those that join network marketing come in through a warm market. This is really important. So again, people who have a warm market have the ability, they're friends, they're associates, they talk with each other, they know what they want. So a new person who has an untapped warm market, to get a powerhouse is not going to be a difficult thing. And for some to get 2 or 3 is going to be a piece of cake. I mean, I know what we did in the past and what we've accomplished in our careers. That's the eye you have to look, but it doesn't mean that it has to be a powerhouse.
Okay, and the next comment just is that the 3 6s, you have to have 15,000 in 1 month to qualify as a gold. So if they were 6,000 every separate month, and it wasn't 50, just for others that are listening to understand the comp plan. I know that Sue and others have asked me questions. It does need to be 15,000 in 1 calendar month to become the gold rank, just so that everybody else understands that.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So and then if you look at this little scenario that you're going to get as the copy on the PDF, that's going to be accomplished because the volume is going to be generated by the 2nd and the 3rd levels in your structure within that 1 month. And you're going to see how that falls into play. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, Gloria. Yes, Gloria.
Thank you, Dave, for all your hard work and for
problem.
getting numbers through my head. I know I've heard it repeated, but I need it again. Right when it starts January 3rd, we are all considered new consultants. So we can build the powerhouse.
Yeah.
As if
okay, so what, for the first 2 months, January, or first 3 months, January, February, and March, this program of building a powerhouse is available to every consultant.
Which is find a new consultant and have them find 3 customers who buy waterfalls.
Correct. And
What's
get the,
gonna- what's
and
gonna-
get the, and see, the key to the powerhouse is the bonuses. So the,
Okay,
the
okay.
activity that we've been doing all along is we've been getting customers and we've been getting distributors.
Right?
So now we are adding an incentive to really get going on this, and where now these customers are going to be worth more to you, and new customers and a new distributor is going to be worth more to you, and the package is going to be worth more to you.
Okay, so in April, so I have fun doing this in first 3 months.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing go as wide as we can because we're sponsoring new people.
Well,
We're-
again, let's say that you did, let's just be theoretical here, and you did 3 powerhouses.
Okay,
Now you have 3 new consultants. What do you want to do
Right.
with those consultants?
you want to go in depth,
Yes, you want to build them.
but I'm no longer the sponsor, so the sponsor bonus goes to the new consultant.
Well, again, if you help a new distributor build a powerhouse, you get the $200.
Okay.
So let's
But
say you
once-
sponsor
once-
me.
Right, but once I help you sponsor, now you're the sponsor. getting
Yeah,
the
I mean,
bonus.
once we got the front, so let's say you bring
Okay.
me in, okay?
Mhm.
And I'm your new distributor. All
Right.
right, so I'm a new distributor and you go get 3 customers and you complete a powerhouse. You make that 580, your sponsor makes the $200. Okay, now you help me build a powerhouse and I get the powerhouse done. I make the 580, you make the $200.
Okay,
Now I take one of my 3 guys and I help them build a powerhouse. Then as the sponsor, I get the $200. You're
Got
the
it.
upline, you get your leadership bonus because I'm a silver.
got it. What changes in April if I build a personal powerhouse?
You can no longer build, it's only for new people.
Okay, so come April,
It's only a new
Only-
distributor that can build a powerhouse.
so we concentrate on in depth in April.
Okay, so let's really make sure this comes across because this is really important.
Mhm.
The whole idea of this concept was to give a new person who just signs up a really fast runway to put money in their pocket. You make your money by developing teams and building depth. The new person doesn't have that, so they have this tool that they can then find 3 customers and 1 distributor. They can do that a second time, a third time. They can do as many times as they want. Okay, and they can start their team and generate some revenue and you know, get a little bit more excited than we've been able to generate thus far. Does that make sense?
Yes, and so not only am I making phone calls this week to get new people to sign up, but also to look at my team to see who may be sitting there as a director and executive and have them really work at it January, February, and March because they're
Yeah.
already plugged in.
Yeah, so the idea that I'd be strategizing, I'd be looking at my goals, my objectives, what I want to accomplish, what is it made up of, who do I work with, who's on my team, and who can I play with? And if I don't have anybody, then yes, I'd be looking for some new people to plug in and play this game. If I had some key people that were already in and they hadn't quite started, then they would be the potential new powerhouse builders.
Okay.
And
All
it'd
right.
be a strategy. It's a strategy to help you build the business. And I think once this is over, once it's publicized, once you've got an opportunity to review the PowerPoint and do some drawings and write down things, there'll be more questions, you know, it'll come clear as a bell.
Can you address the new link a little bit? Because you said the waterfall has to go through that link, but
It
any
hasn't
other
been built yet.
sales?
We haven't seen anything. It's going to be
Oh.
available on January 1st. So I'm in the dark on that, but there will be a special link that they go to sign up the new customer to buy the waterfall at the special price. Shipping's included, and that gets that part of that job
Just
done.
Just the waterfall, okay.
And from my understanding, what's going to be on that site is an incredible array of information about how important water is. So it's going to be another tool to utilize to get people excited about starting their wellness home with the waterfall.
And the
And
yes,
remember, guys, and this is very important. We're all distributors here. We're all consultants, whatever you want to call yourself. And it's our job to understand the strategy that the company's giving us so we can attract attention. Because that's really what our job is to get others to see what we have. And that's what this is. It's a way for you to attract attention. Now, is it going to be for everybody? No. Is everybody going to do it? No. So you have to think with that and understand how you're going to employ that. And like I said, maybe you've got a new person and you do one powerhouse. And then they have somebody that buys, a wellness home, or two people that buy a wellness home. You complete the 6,000 in points and away you go. And you meet the qualifications, you see. So again, what you have to think here a little bit and utilize this and put it in your strategy of how you're going to do that. And at any time you have a question, give me a call.
with any of your numbers and all of your number crunching, was the Yes My Wellness 10% involved in any of that?
As far as
The outcome of income because of giving a 10% discount?
no, on this example, it was strictly with the powerhouse.
And just full retail?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. Yes, Connie.
Hi, Dave. Thank you so much for everything you've done to push this forward. I had just a little question about, can a new consultant be someone that had signed up years ago and then, dropped their consultantship and like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
So that's considered a new consultant if they re-sign.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, do you get the $60 bonus paid on the selling a one or two waterfalls through that wellness site, or do you have to complete the entire powerhouse before the bonus kicks in?
No, each one you get your $60.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Connie, okay, Sue.
My question is, say you sign somebody up on January 15th. When do their 3 months start?
Good question. It would be January, February, and March. Now,
So they lose
just a
15
sec,
days in
but I want to
January
clarify what you mean by when does their 3 months start for what?
for their, the powerhouse.
No, the powerhouse starting in January is a month.
No, I understand that, but for the 3 months, we have January, February, March.
No, you as an individual that's already in the system can utilize and create your powerhouse in the months of January, February, and March.
Okay, so we sign someone up with the waterfall
Yeah,
through the special link.
yeah.
How many months do they get? Do they get months?
No, they'd have to complete their powerhouse within a 30-day, within that month.
So do they have to do 3 powerhouses within that month?
No, just one.
Just one? Okay. All right, I think I'm still confused, but that's okay. I'll figure it out.
Let's clarify this. A powerhouse is this. It's 3 customers and 1 distributor. And it has to be done in a month.
Mm-hmm,
It could be done in a day.
mm-hmm.
Could be
Dave,
done in a week.
I have to butt in, because now I am confused. I didn't think I was. That is saying different than if you get a bonus on each one. My understanding was you did not get the 360s unless you had all 3. A
No, you get-
powerhouse was 3 in a
What you
month.
don't get is the $120 bonus for the powerhouse until you get the
Gotcha.
complete powerhouse done.
Got it. Okay.
The $60 you get per sale.
Okay,
And I also thought what it meant for those of us that are distributors already is that we too get the $60 for every powerhouse, for every one that we sell.
No. Well, if you create the powerhouse yourself, yes, you would get that $60 for each customer, each new customer you bring in that buys the waterfall off the special site. Absolutely. That's the benefit of the first 3 months, January, February, March. All people get to participate.
What I meant was that I could sell 3 and out of those 3, hopefully sponsor someone. You're saying only by sponsoring a new person who sells 3. Not that each of us
No.
can also.
Okay,
sell
let's
3.
clarify this, Madeline. This is really
Yeah.
important.
It
So,
is really
for
important.
the months of January, February, and March, all consultants can play this game. So you, Madeline, can go sponsor or go find 3 new customers. If you send them to that new site and they each buy a waterfall, you make $60 for each one of those. You recruit and sign up a new distributor and complete the powerhouse within that month, then you'll get the additional $120 bonus. And with your retail and rebates, you'll earn about 600 plus. You can do that for the first 3 months. Starting in April, this is only going to be available to new people. Because that's what it was designed to do, is give new distributors an incentive to build their business.
I understand that, but I thought it was new people coming in as of January 1. So anybody that we sponsored, and that we wouldn't be able to sell 3 or 1, as you just
Okay,
said.
I'm going to say this again. Just to clarify, if
Okay.
you bring in 3 new customers who each buy a waterfall from the special site, you make $60 for each one, plus the retail, plus your rebates. If you also sign up a new consultant that does 500 points, then you will have created for yourself and you will
Powerhouse.
earn all the bonuses, all the benefits,
Got it.
and you can do that for January, February, and March. Starting in April, you can no longer do that. Only new people can do that because this was designed for new people.
Got it.
We want you to learn how to do it.
Well,
So
I
then you
think
can teach
repeating
others how
it
to
3 times for me is probably helping a few other people too. So thank you very much.
Number of times over equals certainty and control.
It's all right. Repetition is the mother of all learning.
Yes, there we go. Barb.
Clarification for, I think, what Sue was asking. If you sign somebody up on the 15th, they really only have 2 weeks within that month to get that done,
Yeah.
right? So it's all a calendar month. So, signing somebody up on the 29th is probably not a smart idea if you're going to do this. But, and then the other question is signing somebody up in December versus January. So I know we have to look at the benefits for signing up in December is you get them on board and then they get the 15%. That's not going to be increase in price. So I think it's all a matter of individuality, but it's critical that we know what we're working with here, and you've done a great job of helping us. Thanks for your repetition. But it's that calendar month that's so important, right?
Yeah, I think from the standpoint of understanding that becomes part of the plan and strategy. And becomes part of your communication with the person that you're developing. And it's not about the first 30 days that is critical. It's critical, it's important, but it's about the longevity of that person in the business. So if you're dealing with somebody that's coming in at the end of the month, I would think that you would look at that as an individual and say, okay, let's set this up. Let's get them trained. Let's get them educated, and then start January 1st would be a concept that I would utilize. Now, if we go back in time, we didn't have the luxury of multiple months in many cases of a lot of things. And whether it was the first week, the second week, the third week, it was the calendar month. So you had to deal with that as part of it. So I think, you know, to get every single circumstance, then you'd have to have, you know, 30 different months in every month. So you'd have to have the first to the first, the second to the second, the third to the third, fourth to the fourth, fifth, it would get almost impossible to administrate. So I think that if you looked at the comments, which you'll see in the PowerPoint, starting in April, they have 2 months. So if they start in the latter part of the month, they've got the following month as well to get the job done. So I think that will clarify it. For us, we're pros, so we know what to do. Yes, Dee.
Okay, thank you so much, Dave. And,
Yeah, no
and
worries.
thank you everyone for your questions, because I know that's helping all of us too. But this is probably obvious, and maybe you've said it 10 different ways, but so those 3 customers that we get and the 1 consultant that we get to make the powerhouse, those 3 customers can just be our independent customers. They don't have to be under that 1 consultant,
No,
correct?
they're your, if you're the one creating the powerhouse, Dee, you find 3 new customers and 1 new distributor.
Right, right, okay.
Now, that new distributor could be an old customer. It could be, again, it's somebody that decides to become a distributor.
Right,
So 3 new
right.
customers, 1 distributor, that distributor does 500 points. There's your powerhouse.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dave,
Anybody else?
yes, yes. I'm sorry that I don't have my camera, and thank
no
you
problem,
very
Gita.
much, Dave, for this, really. I just want to read a question that Connie Livingston put in the chat, and it's very important. I have that question too. How about an existing customer who doesn't own a waterfall, who buys one in the Wellness Home link? Can that count on the powerhouse?
No.
All right.
If they're on the Nikon system, then they're already a customer.
All right, all right.
So the idea of this was to create new customers. And again, I think what would be really important is for you to get a viewpoint is this is really for a new person because they wouldn't have any customers. So this is to help them as a new person get their business going, get customers, get new distributors, create volume, and make money. You, as an existing Nikon consultant, are being allowed to participate to help you, 1, learn to do this, and 2, build your business. So as an incentive to do so, you're going to be allowed to get the same benefits. You get 3 new customers, you earn an extra $60. You sign up a new distributor at the same time, you create a powerhouse, you make yourself 600 plus, and away you go. Now you have some new customers. You do that 3 times, you've got whatever you want. I think for most of you who are silver and above, do it once, get those 3 people, help them go silver, do your 18K club, get those benefits, then go to gold, then go to platinum, and create a real organizational structure that really generates volume revenue for you would be the idea. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sounds like an awesome strategy. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So again, this is kind of like you got a car and it's cold, you're in the cold winter, and you can get an engine additive to make sure that it starts easier. So this is a program to create an easier start for that new person. And what's causing the easier start? It's the incentive. So if you do this, this is what you're going to get. And if we remember that 97% of the people that come in through a warm market, then this starts to make more sense. Because if we all look at our own businesses and how we all started and where we all went to, it was very easy for us to sign up and sell at the very beginning to our existing people that we knew how to talk to. As you go away from that, it becomes a little bit more difficult. So that was the main idea. Now, once you have an organization and you're helping other people develop their warm market, it's very easy to build. It's not that difficult at all. And again, the benefit, you got to look at the overall benefit of the plan, and how you earn and benefit and so on and so forth. And so this is a plan, it's a strategy, it's an incentive to get new people the resources that they need to help them, I guess, is to help them do the work. There's no question that what we do requires us doing activities. So you could do the activities with no benefit, or you can do the activities with a benefit, becomes the idea behind this. Yoko.
Could you just repeat, am I sure, did you repeat the fact that if you were a distributor, this is how you would start now? You just gave us that one last example, and I sadly was not here at that moment.
Hmm.
Anybody help out, whatever it was?
Okay, so I think what I was saying, Yoko, was that if I was rebuilding my business, then I'm going to say, okay, what's important to me here? Let me learn this. So I'm going to go find 3 customers and get them the 3 waterfalls, and I'm going to find a distributor. Now, that distributor might be all I needed to get my business launched, or I may need to get a couple of more, depending on where my rank is. Am I silver? Am I gold? Am I executive? Where am I on the system? So I would have mapped out ahead of time what I needed to do. I would have mapped out ahead of time what it would look like. And then I would map out what those activities are that I needed to do to get the job done. So again, if I needed customers and I needed a distributor or 2, then I would do a couple or 3 powerhouses personally.
Gotcha.
Now, for a new person, the strategy is you got to look at their position. So number 1, they don't have any customers, they don't have any distributors, and they're brand new. So this becomes a great tool to help them get started with your direction, help, and support. So let's strategize how we're going to get the new customers. Let's strategize how we're going to get the new consultants. And let's shoot for getting silver done in the next 30 days. So we need 9 customers and 3 distributors. It's no different than any other strategy that requires certain things to be done to get the end result. It's just understanding what they are and understanding how you're going to go about doing it.
No, I got it. Thank you. The powerhouses is what is the goal for me. Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You remember, it's a tool. It's not the be all or end all. It's just a tool. And the tool is if the person does that and they do it three times, there's $1,800.
I got it. No, but it's just, in other words, right now, because there's so much new, I just want to focus on one thing to be able to understand the powerhouse. Then that's where I'll start, and then I'll go and see the other options. Thank you.
Nancy,
Well, this has really gotten easier in my mind because I'm finally understanding, thank you for the repetition from everybody and you, Dave, that a powerhouse is us finding a consultant who wants to have this potential. Those 3 customers are totally independent from this one. These are the ones that this is in the first 3 months. These customers are new customers we find, and we find a guy showing them the potential of this, identifies himself as a consultant. But the 3 customers are not underneath this new consultant. They're under us, and this consultant who's over here not connected to these 3 is under us. Is that correct?
that's correct.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yay, I got it. Thank you.
Same here, Nancy. That's it. Isn't it great?
That is wonderful. This is exciting.
Yeah, so in other words, the incentivizes you going out and doing the work over and above what you would normally get. And then it really becomes, well, man, look what I did. I went and found 3 customers, 1 new distributor, and I made myself $600. Now I'm talking to Joe Blow down the street or Mary Jane over in the next neighborhood, and we're talking, and then she says, well, man, I could use an extra $500 or $600. Guess what you can do? You tell them this story. Oh, really? I mean, I could do that too? Yes, you could. And that's how it works. The problem we've had is we haven't been able to offer the economics with the activity to be viable over the past 2 or 3 years. It's been it's really out of whack. So now we're back in order here. This is really cool. Anyway, yes, David. You're muted.
Well, thank you very much. This is very helpful. In my own mind, I just want to clarify, the powerhouse is a calendar month,
Yes.
but my understanding is silver is 30 days, or is that also a calendar?
Calendar month.
The silver is a calendar month as well.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now-
And thank you for all this work. This is really, really helpful.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. For those that started a silver run in November with the idea thinking they'd have 3 months of November, December, and January, that still will apply. For those that started in December thinking they would have 3 months of December, January, and February to reach either executive or silver, that still applies. Okay, so again, and now with your double PV that you have for the month of the last couple of weeks in December, you could really get in your groups and figure out as a strategy or a plan who's ready to hit. Let's get together. Let's get excited here. Let's get motivated as to who can move up and go into to silver, gold in the 18K club, and so on and so forth. So again, these are catalysts that can be used as tools to help you get what you want. So plan out what you want, figure out what it's made up of, and go to town. Is there anybody else?
So that's a rationale to start now, have more people in the pipeline that can then do it come January rather than holding it over to count for January.
Yeah, absolutely. You got it.
Right.
Okay. So if anybody needs any more on this, by all means, you know how to reach me on, either email me or call me or what have you. And I have taken notes on questions and concerns you have, and there will be further tweaking that the company will do on all of these ideas, because what we're trying to accomplish is create methods, ways, strategies, and ideas that are helpful, not a hindrance. And if we win, and I say we, you and I as distributors and consultants, then everybody else wins. Because we're the messengers. So, you want to keep the messengers happy. And that's the whole object of this game. So anyway, thanks for being on. I will review the recording. Probably take out the Q&A, maybe not, because it'll be a long recording. And then I'll post the PowerPoint, and then we'll go from there, and we'll see what happens. Any questions, give me a call.
Or you can have
Thanks,
videos.
What,
One
Gina?
video explanation, the formal explanation, and another video for the Q&A. Maybe, just an idea, Dave. Thank you very much.
What was that, Gita?
I said that maybe you can have two separate videos.
Yes,
One
yes,
video
that's a good idea.
And yeah, because that was a very helpful everything. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay, bye. Bye, guys.
Thank you,
Merry
Dave.
Christmas, Dave. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Thank-
Christmas. Thank
Stay
you.
warm and
Christmas.
stay with your Nikan products. Oh, hi, Jack. And oh my gosh, and Karen and Arnold. Merry
Hey.
Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah, great to see everybody. Merry Christmas.
Stay warm. Have a good one.
Stay on, Nancy, and when everybody gets off, we'll continue.
Trying to get off. There we go.
Okay, guys, I need you to all log off, and then I've got another call going with Nancy, so.
Thank you. I just had to get back on screen. Bye. Happy
Bye-bye.
holidays. Bless your
I'm gonna go off. Yes. It won't let me. Come on, get on off of here.
You know what, Nancy, I'm gonna end this, and then I'll set up a room again. You'll come back in.